But I have to turn it on the silence because if I don't turn it on the silence,
You're gonna interrupt.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
last night. Like last night, we went to the drive-in, and my phone was dinging in my pocket, and I didn't even like it.
Yeah. Well, that's a little excessive though. You're in the drive-in.
Yeah. I wasn't even disturbing anybody but myself.
That's horrible. Yeah, Maya. So we both saw It yesterday.
But it was in 2 different locations. I went to the drive-in, actually. Damien.
IMAX recliner seats.
I mean,
Yeah.
the drive-in's awesome. You can do whatever you want.
True.
But just be prepared to deal with the people who do not know how to drive in theater. And there was these people who definitely pulled right in front of us, facing their headlights towards us, so they could pop their back up and sit out the back because they obviously brought way too many people. Also, drive-ins, they're not made for people in your back seat.
What?
If you're going to a drive-in, make sure it's just you and your co-pilot or whoever, because if you're in the back seat, you're not going to see anything unless you sit in the middle. And we both know sitting in the middle for 3 hours watching a movie is not comfortable. So these people turn around and they can't figure out how to get their fog lights off. And then if it's not their fog lights, it's their high beams. Yeah. And then it just was like back and forth, back and forth. I could see the dude next to me was like trying to roll a blunt and like just chill. You know, he just couldn't. Like, he got pretty. It seemed like he got pretty upset. And then they went and turned him off. And then they were off for like a solid 6 minutes. Boom, came right back on. I like ended up moving my car like catty corner and like past it a little bit, so like the lights were shining like to the side of me and like behind me.
If I had the car off because some new age.
No, it wasn't even that new. But that's the thing is, there's ways around it. Like you could at least turn your parking lights on or something. But there was no parking lights or nothing of the sort. Oh, what's up?
They're coming. I can't even see him. Look on my phone.
Oh, here, I'll turn it towards you. Oh, you gotta move one of these torches.
Torch eye.
There you go.
Longer to Miami. What? Hey, Bell, something came up. It's not a big deal. They weren't paying me to go. They just wanted me to judge a wet t-shirt contest.
Hot girl summer sesh?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. From what I was told, it was at a body shop in a Walmart parking lot across the street from a police station. That sounds awesome. Also, they were only charging an ounce of weed to be a vendor.
Yeah, that's weird. I heard a lot of weird things about it.
That's weird.
I heard a lot of weird things about it.
I mean, I don't go to any events.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I mean, unless it's like a health expo or something of the sorts.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I got some messages and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, yeah. Plus, I had to do other things like that. Yeah. But yes, It
was good.
Awesome movie. I loved it.
So far, as remakes and then sequels to the remakes, I think honestly, like this sequel is better than the original sequel.
Like this new It,
yes,
is better than the original.
Correct.
I think they're both perfect for their times.
No, I'm talking about the second one. I didn't really like the second one as much.
Oh, the sequel to the newer It.
Yes.
Chapter 2.
Okay, so the original sequel I didn't like so much. The sequel to the remake I do like.
I liked it. I like the new one, yeah. And Chapter 2 is actually better than the first It movie, the first remake. That was good. I actually enjoyed that. I actually saw the preview for Ford versus Ferrari, which is another movie I want to fucking see badly.
We didn't get there in time for the previews. Yeah.
It's horrible. I hate that.
I mean, I forgot about the line for the drive-through.
Drive-in.
Yeah, the drive-in. Man, drive-through movie. I mean, Nah, it'd be kind of tight because like it would just have to be like one big screen, you know?
Like a continuous like screen next to a road.
Or you just drive in to like one screen for your car.
Nah, it defeats the purpose. Totally defeats the purpose of a drive-in.
I mean, I'm pretty sure someone has a luxury drive-in to where it's just like a single person, your car,
That's stupid.
you drive into something.
I would hate that.
I'm not saying that like you don't share the screen with other people,
Yeah.
but it would just be like, I'm gonna go to the drive-in and be by myself.
I mean, it'd be cool. Like, let's say you pull up to a drive-in, you're the only one.
That shit would be weird. I would like it. I like the drive-in because it is weird, and there's always somebody on drugs there.
Exactly.
You know, shit.
The drive-in I go to is at the flea market.
So, they all are. There's only 3. There's the swap shop in Tampa. I mean, the swap shop in Lakeland. There's one in Tampa too, but it's not owned by the same people. There's Lakeland, there's Wellington, and then there's Fort Lauderdale. I went to the. Well, I'm not telling you which one I went to.
Well, the Lauderdale one I like because it's dirty.
Well, the Fort Lauderdale one also has the Ferrari Museum.
And
they're all dirty. There ain't no such thing as a clean swap shop, even
True.
if it's inside. Even though swap shops inside, those indoor flea markets, they're everywhere. I love those things too. You're trying to get a deal. You trying to get you some fucking bandana paisley slippers. They always got.
You want bandana print sweatsuits? Like they got all that shit there.
Everything.
You want a piercing? You want your new tattoo?
Oh my gosh! You like hepatitis?
You want to get tattooed while your taxes get done?
Oh man! Not only you can get your taxes done, you can get tattooed, get a massage, and what are those? Arepas?
Arepas.
Arepas?
A rapist.
No, not a rapist.
That's what you said though. You're like, you said a rapist.
No,
you're like a rapist. I'm like a rapist. Arepas, yeah. Arepas. Yeah, there's a place right by my house that they serve a bunch of different kinds of Spanish foods, but like all are like fucking junk foods too. So I can get cheese sticks, like tequeños de queso.
Oh,
which is like breading filled with mozzarella.
I mean, yeah.
Bro, they got arepas, which is just a corn patty with cheese in the middle. Like, bro, they have all the best junk food.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much, it's crazy because like corn has like no nutritional value. But
no.
If you eat corn on the cob, there's like 0 nutritional value. It's
I thought corn had fucking a bunch of value.
I mean, yeah, if you like smash it up.
What? You could just eat corn on the cob and it'd be good for you?
Dude, your body doesn't even digest it.
Well, yeah, true.
And so, like, how are you supposed to get nutrients? That'd be like you swallowing.
That's why I like it, so you get to see it twice.
You look at your poop?
You don't?
No, man. It touches the water and it goes down. I don't even think it has enough time to get wet.
You mean like as soon as it hits the water, you flush while you're still sitting?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, forget that. Nah. Just shit, bro.
Who else does this?
You sit down, you poop, you read something.
Yeah, but you can still read them.
Before smartphones, I would sit there and poop and read like the back of the fucking spray bottle or the back of the fucking whatever, like detergent.
What's in this shampoo?
Yeah, like what's in this, you know?
I wonder
like,
what's in this shampoo.
Then get up, look at my shit real quick. Oh, okay, cool. There's no blood in it. Flush it.
Man, that's the thing is. Oh, also, if you're in here, make sure you share this on any platform that you have.
Tell your friends.
We're terrible about promoting our own stuff, but we all know McDonald's. People talk about it. That's how they know. Because we all know.
I think people talk about McDonald's.
I do. If there's something new coming out.
I think they've done such good marketing that people don't even think about it.
I mean, yeah. I guess so. Everybody knows what a McDonald's is. But in the beginning, somebody had to tell somebody about it.
That's why they needed that fucking clown.
No, man, they were already doing good. McDonald's is a fuck up story. That dude was just like, hey, I kind of like y'all's company. Mine now.
That's how you do it.
Dude, he fucking...
That's how we discovered America. Hey, this is nice.
We'll come over here. I've been here for a while. That makes it mine now, right? This occupied space. He straight up took that company from those dudes.
Well, I mean, shit happens, bro.
I mean, business is business, right?
My favorite one is Thomas Edison. That
Okay.
whoever invented something in his workshop, it was his property. He scammed Nikola Tesla, all this crazy stuff. But he did a bunch of fucking horrible things. He was a ruthless businessman.
Yeah, he was smart.
Mhm.
There's no feelings to business.
So if you missed this last weekend, it's because we had a hurricane. You know, but it's the worst time in Florida when we get hurricanes. If you don't,
want to say that for me one more time? A what?
a hurricane,
Whose hair?
hurricane. Is that better?
Hurricane.
Either way, it's the worst fucking time of the year. Every time we get these fucking hurricanes, because people go nuts. Most people who are from here have experienced hurricanes. They know it. But every year, you know, it seems like the numbers get crazier where people just go nuts. You go to the fucking supermarket.
Well, they use up all the resources.
Yeah, every gas station gets empty. Like, it's horrible.
Everything was closed the day after, like, that it was supposed to come.
Yeah,
like,
first it was supposed to be Friday. Then it turned into Saturday night. Then it turned into Sunday. And it didn't hit until like Monday afternoon.
Didn't even hit it.
That's when it passed us.
Yeah, and then Tuesday, it was... Everybody was like, "Well, it's kind of like they pulled a snow day." They're like, "Well, it was supposed to snow today, so like everybody got like a 4-day weekend though because Labor Day was Monday, so nothing ran Monday.
It still
and then
sucked
nothing,
though. People got scared.
Ran Tuesday either. But also, whenever I went out like Tuesday, Wednesday, a lot of places still didn't have gas, and if they had gas, they only had 87.
Yeah,
and I can't do that.
The gas station today that I stopped at right by my house only had regular. That was it.
I mean, that's what happens. These people get out here and use up all these resources for no reason. And like they panic and they wonder why. They won't tell us if aliens really exist or not.
I guarantee you though, let's say from this moment on, we didn't allow anybody to move to Miami or come here to vacation until next hurricane season. Like we just kept the regular people that we have here now. Next year there would be none of that. Next year it'd be like, oh, hurricane? Nah.
Hurricanes.
Bro, I never get worried.
I predict them every time, and I'm like, I told you, nothing's coming.
Let's get that. Bullshit hurricanes every year. I went to the supermarket. I couldn't get anything that I liked. You know, and the stores are smart. Everything's buy one, get one. You know, during a hurricane warning.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of deals, though.
Bro, all the Lay's gone.
I did notice that. There was a lot of...
Like, junk food's the first thing they got.
Of course.
Water and junk food. What lasts
the longest? Junk food.
Yeah, water and junk food. First things to fucking go. It was horrible. I almost got into a fight at a gas station because people were rude, bro.
Yeah, I mean, people are just rude in general, but then when you get them in stressed out and they...
Yeah, a hectic situation. Like, it's horrible, bro. Like, imagine if we had, like, we had to have an evacuation.
Yeah.
Like a major evacuation of Miami.
Or just
even Fort Lauderdale.
Or just imagine like somebody's 300-pound wife yelling at them every day. And then with the natural disaster coming, they're getting yelled at extra. You know? Nobody wants to deal with that. Especially you got kids. Yeah, kids.
That's another thing, bro. People like my girl's fucking boss during the hurricane scare. He left fucking Friday. He just flew out of the country. He's like, "Oh, there's a hurricane company coming," and he just like, "That's it." He went to New Jersey or some shit.
Later, guys. Which Boston and all them are they're getting it.
Bro, like
they're the ones getting.
The Bahamas got wrecked. Like there's islands that have been swept away. And then the Carolinas got a little bit of it. Like that's crazy.
Everywhere, but I mean, that's blame it on HARP. They made these hurricanes. They make the same hurricane every year. It comes from the same area every year. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. It's just it's like I don't know.
They control the weather. You know, they know what they're doing. But here's the problem is, once it started, they can't stop it. That's the issue because like they can't tell what it is. So it starts off as like this little thing gets bigger and bigger. But also, they pick at a certain time of year when there's supposed to be hurricanes, you know, when the weather's supposed to be bad and it's hot. The hotter it is, okay, you notice it's like the hottest time of the year because of the air mixing with hot air and cold air.
This shit got clogged. That was horrible.
I mean, maybe you shouldn't stick it all the way down in there.
I don't.
That's what she said. Maybe you should just try doing a little bit. No?
Nah.
No? Okay.
Natural collectors are built for big rips.
So who did what this weekend?
I enjoyed the whole weekend by myself this past weekend. And the house was 65 degrees at all times.
Dude, I feel like this week wasn't even like a...
It wasn't. I went back to work Wednesday.
Yeah. Like it does. I just kind of just canceled it. The whole week it was just like...
A couple people just said, fuck it, took the rest of the week off.
Yeah, fuck, I'll come back next Monday. Just do it.
I was traumatized.
I mean, yeah, it's like super stressful for no reason. You got to think about it. People are all stressed and freaking out, and then they're all just like...
I made a video of the damage that my neighborhood got.
Oh, I seen it. There was a trash can.
Yeah, trash can, palm frame.
Ooh, that palm frame was just...
It's horrible.
Just gravity got into effect and it was on the ground.
Bro. When I did go back to work, though, like, every morning I started by going around the park, just, checking shit out. Bro, bunch of palm frames up there, though. Because they never trim the palm trees there, so it always has a bunch of dead ones.
That's what I was telling Jennifer. We were walking the dogs, and there was some trees down. Not some trees, but some limbs, and I was just like, no. I was like, those are dead. She's like, what? I was like, no, that big one, I seen it hanging up there the other day, and it already fell. And I was like, looking again, you can tell when they're old because you can see where the breaks are.
Yeah, they're discolored.
Yeah, it's the only way you can. I was like, nah, this is all old stuff that's already been hanging up there, and the wind just blew it down.
I did see one tree though, like a part of it fell off. And I went up to it, and it was from termites. Like you saw where it broke off, and it's just nothing but tunnels. I was like, wow, that's crazy, and all these fucking termites just crawling out of it.
Dude, I seen a woodpecker today.
Yeah, I've seen those a lot.
It was a little guy, but man, he was just fucking going to town. I was like, dude, that's crazy that those dudes just bang their face.
Yeah. Well, the way their fucking faces are built, if you look at it, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. They just bang their face on something. Yeah. Like, that's how they get their food. Like, other birds are, like, on the ground looking for shit. No, they're just up there just banging their face into something, hoping that there's something in that tree.
No, but they kind of know, too. Like, I don't know. I saw something about it. I don't know if I could sound dumb, but they kind of know where to hit, Oh,
you mean like they can sense it?
Yeah, they kind of know where.
That's the only reason why I brought that up is because you said something about termites.
Well, there's cool birds, though, that, like, I saw my first woodpecker when I started working for this company, like, 3 years ago. But, like, I've seen a lot of cool birds, though, like, what are those called? Offspring. I even saw an eagle once.
Speaking of that, we seen either it was one of those or a baby hawk or falcon, like, on the side of the road, like, leaving her neighborhood. Like, it was literally like this big, wasn't it?
Was it lighter in color? She had that.
Oh. No, but it was tiny, dude. It was like, dude, it was probably about as big as that water bottle.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was like,
maybe an osprey.
Yeah, but because I figured you'd see more of those than a fucking.
We got a lot of raccoons in the park, bro. Like, I get there early in the morning, bro.
They're big too, huh?
What?
Are they big?
Oh, some of them are big, but there's
park raccoons are normally
big. Because they eat garbage all day.
Yeah,
that's all they eat. They go to all the dumpsters. Exactly. Like, I saw white-tailed deer in the park the other day.
That's crazy. I haven't seen.
Florida deer are a rarity to see.
They're what kind of deer are they? They're like a not.
They're called the Florida deers are basically white-tailed deers, but in our region they're smaller than the average whitetail.
Island deer.
No, that's key deer. You're talking about key deer, but that's way down there. And they're like, the key deer are inbred, that whole species down there. So that's why you see some of them with fucked up antlers. And they have no fear of humans.
No.
They just walk up to people. You know how many pictures of drunk people hanging out with deer in the Keys? It's horrible. Dude, there's pictures of drunk people in the Keys is like with their arm around the deer, like, yeah, Key West.
Yeah, found this deer. First of all, like, deers in Florida, I think it's crazy though. But like, anything can survive here. Yeah, there's a guy that I met that he has a place in Ocala in the forest up there that he goes to where he breeds chameleons.
Oh shit!
Like they're just out there in the wild, but he keeps them like out there in this area and just
That's
goes
crazy.
back. I'm like, yo, that's insane.
And up there too, there's a lot of boar. There's a lot of like you see deer up there too. But like I've always known Florida deer. I saw my first real deer. I drove to southwestern Virginia to this place called Hillsville with this kid, so we can go visit his mom. His mother had this beautiful property, 2-story like ranch home in the middle of in a valley between like 2 mountains and shit. Beautiful property. But we got there in the middle of the night, like at 2:00 in the morning, and I'm going up these mountain roads, and I turn a corner and I see a king red deer. Never seen one in person. Real like Bambi's dad.
Big old buck.
Bro, that thing was in the middle of the road. I come around the corner, I stop, I honk the horn, doesn't even move, bro. I open up the door, I get out, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And I took 2 steps towards me, and I went, oh shit. Bro, deer like kill people.
Deer are like kangaroos, they'll box you.
Yeah, they fucking just pellet the shit out of you, bro. Bro.
And they got those little bitty hooves too. It's not like a big, no, they're gonna fuck you up.
And then I read something that said that deer kill more people in America than any other like animals, because people will hit a deer on a highway and the fucking deer will come apart and the antlers and the head will come through the windshield and take out a whole fucking family.
Yeah, not only that, but deers have they have ticks and they carry a lot of
Lyme disease.
Carry a lot of Lyme disease. Upstate New York has a bad problem with that, which is terrible. Can you hand me that ashtray, please, sir?
The big one?
Yeah.
Why? Just leave it there.
No, because I'm gonna put it right here so I don't have to reach over there.
Awkward.
Right there.
Wait, fucking speaking of deer though, not even deer, but here in Florida we have all sorts of wildlife. Like the invasive species list in Florida is insane. I've seen Asian river otters and lakes, and fucking like not even like real lakes, like man-made lakes, like off of a golf course.
Dude, otters will fuck you up too.
They
look super cute, but yeah, right. Try to pet one of those water cats.
Water cats.
Yeah, that's the water cats.
Water cat.
You never seen a water cat? That's what they look like. Little water cats. Looks like a little Rufus in the water.
With web feet.
Nah, those things are crazy. Oh my God.
What was the Supreme drop this week?
This week
you're disappointed.
Very. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about it. I got nothing.
But what was it? What did they release?
The Dunks, the Nike Dunks, which are pretty cool, but the site froze. I had them in my cart. I had them in my cart, but it would not give me an option to check out. I did buy the Cop bot, which still will not work. I cannot get this fucking thing to work whatsoever. By the way, if you see an advertisement of famous people saying something works, just know they were paid to say that. Even Damien.
Yeah. No, not me.
If someone pays him, he will tell you it is good.
No.
But if you give it to him and ask him to do a review on it, he'll be honest with you.
I'm always honest. I'm just nicer with some companies, yeah. But I'm always real. I point out good and bad.
So when somebody pays you, you are just as honest as you are.
Yeah, when
someone just hands you something and says, "Hey, review this."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not biased. You know.
So then why don't all these people lie to me, Damon?
Because that's marketing, bro.
And it's crazy because I can't find any live cops either. Like I can't find any live video screen recordings of.
Well, look up bots. Like just look up.
Okay, here's another thing too. Like there's a video of one kid using it, and it's like he's filming himself, and it's like, yeah, I got it. And I'm like, did you? And then it shows screenshots of like what he got, and I'm like, I can do that.
Yeah, you can make a video.
Of past shit I've gotten before. Like, nah, I'm just tired of being lied to.
I mean, no, you gotta do your research, bro. Don't be dumb.
No, the thing is, I've done my research on all these bots, and like this one says it's the best, and then Budbox got one too, and his wouldn't even fucking.
Well, just look up reviews though. Like you'll find a bot You get the name of it?
Yeah.
And go look it up on, whatever company reviews.
I've done all that. I did all that for
Yeah,
so long.
Some big companies will write their own reviews.
But
No bullshit.
it just won't work. Like, and then whenever I emailed the company, they keep blaming it on the Supreme site. And I'm like, yo, even whenever the site has no traffic on it, it still won't work. It just keeps typing my name out. Like, it'll type it out and delete it, type it out and delete it, type it out and delete it. And I'm like,
are you sure you set it up correctly and everything?
Yes, I watched every video that I watched every video that they put out for setup.
It's fucked up, bro. I mean, that sucks. That sucks. I don't do that shit.
I know, and like this is the second one I bought. I bought one like 2 years ago, and it didn't work either. Before Supreme like even got like super big again, it was like hard to get. I was just trying to get more stuff at one time, you know.
I feel you. I went out.
Yeah, because it's that good.
That freshy fresh.
Yeah, fucking Hector threw it over the wall.
Speaking of over the wall, someone posted a video. One of the sections of the border wall is on a beach, and the wall is basically just steel, like iron beams, like dug in the ground.
Yeah.
Someone built a seesaw, 3 of them, in between the fence, like covering, the border.
Yeah.
So someone could sit on America, someone could sit in Mexico, and you guys could teeter-totter. Awesome.
Wow.
I thought that was awesome.
You know, it'd be awesome if there wasn't shitty people, so people could come and go as they please.
It's not good either, bro. But there has to be rules.
I mean, there wouldn't be so many rules if like people weren't so shitty.
Even if they weren't, even if they weren't, you still need to have rules.
I mean, if people would just learn self-control.
And also, even if they're good people, if you don't have rules set up, they'll come over here, work, and send our money, which is probably worth more from where they're from, back to their country, and not really doing their part here,
I mean, if they're paying taxes, aren't they doing their part?
If they are paying taxes, yes. I mean, there's always a fair amount of people who don't and take their money elsewhere.
Okay, next question. Do you feel that it's necessary if you're not a citizen to pay taxes, and if you are a citizen to not pay taxes?
If you live in this country and you have a job that's in this country and you work for a company that pays taxes, pays a company to do the payrolls, all that bullshit, you should be paying taxes, whether you're a resident, a citizen, anything. If you're here, you got to pay taxes. That's what keeps everything running. If everybody stopped paying fucking taxes, that's it. No more roads. A lot of our water's cut off. A lot of our energy's cut off. Like, can't do shit like that. There has to be rules, bro. There's actually people now, like college, these millennials, like they've been like lied to by politicians saying, "Oh, I'm trying to make universal health care and free college," and basically naming all the traits of socialism without calling it socialism. Like some people will try to sneak democratic socialism, like to use the word democratic to like make the second word not sound so bad. Like that's what they're doing. But unfortunately, like socialism is socialism, but these millennials think, oh, universal healthcare, universal income, like, oh, I'll get a check for like a couple of grand every month. I'll get to go to college for free. Da, da, da. But what they don't realize is that when you do that, that system doesn't work. So what happens is a hyperinflation, and everything starts costing more and more money, and they print more and more money. And since they print so much money, it makes the value of it less. You can see a great example of this in Soviet Russia, or right now in Venezuela. To get eggs, it costs you like 20,000 something. You see people going into grocery stores with stacks of money just to buy fucking eggs. Like that happens in like,
Venezuela, they get paid like $50 a month.
Not even. Like it's bad. Like
that's high. Like they get paid. Like,
someone was saying $3 a day.
Yeah.
So.
I know somebody that has a call center over there, and he is paying them $50 a month, like, which is double. He said it's double whatever they're making. And then like somebody else was like, that's fucked up that you would use another country. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm paying them more than what they would make normally.
It.
He's like, I'm helping them. If anything,
it's just crazy.
And I was like, actually, that's right. Like, you know what I mean? You are helping them, and like you are bringing jobs to this place that like has no fucking money. Like, dude, that place went like down.
Exactly. Like I was in. Let me explain. Like, quick history lesson. Venezuela was the richest Spanish country in the world for a very long time because they have oil. Okay, they've had some decent government leaders and all that in the past. During Colombia's time with Pablo Escobar and all the terrorism, Venezuela opened up their doors so people could come to Venezuela, you know, as immigrants, and they were let in because they share a border. When Maduro came into power in like '93, he just turned into a straight dictatorship. Took businesses. They call it government business something. It's basically whatever you make of your business belongs to the government. You know, and he's destroyed the country, and now it's the poorest. They're the poorest, one of the poorest countries in the world, the poorest Spanish country, and they have oil. So if that can happen to a country like that because of socialism and dictatorships type government, you know, it can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, that's why people got to educate themselves, because any agenda that someone's pushing, if someone's trying to convince you the earth is flat, they're going to make sure that when they speak articulately, and they say things in a way that, you know, sounds prettier. You know, you could describe a dictatorship style government without saying dictatorship and make it sound kind of halfway good. And that's what they're doing with every agenda, everything.
I mean, you can put lipstick on a pig. Still doesn't make it, you know what I mean? It is what it is. It's kind of like polishing a turd.
Nah, you could actually polish turds. You totally can. You can get a good shine off of them too. That's ridiculous.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what they're all trying to do. But that, you know, it's kind of like how cults work. The best way for cults to work is how they take you away from.
Oh, they cut you off. They cut you off and just feed you a bunch of information. That's how it goes.
They try to put you with. If anybody disagrees with you, they just try to move you to.
That's what's happening now, though. Like, you know,
taking you away from people who disagree.
All these people, like these groups like Antifa, you know, that all these violent fucking groups that fight fascism, but what they're doing is when someone has a different opinion than them, they react with violence, and there's nothing more fascist than that.
Of course,
you know. So people are really like that in the world today, though. You know, you can't have a different opinion from anybody. If someone feels really strongly about women's rights, you know, trans people or gun control, anything, you know.
Everybody has an opinion.
Bro, they call Ben Shapiro a Nazi all the time, and he's Jewish. Yeah.
That like makes no sense.
Not to go off topic, but I found Amazon phone projectors. These little boxes that you connect to your phone, and they project an image, like a tiny mini projector.
Like a movie?
Mm-hmm. So you project it onto a wall or a screen or whatever. That's
kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you could like project a movie onto like a stall?
A stall? Yeah, like a bathroom stall?
Yeah, while you're just in there like handling the business.
I guess if you want to hold the fucking projector on your knee.
I mean, they normally have a
hey, you gotta set up a little angle on the toilet paper holder.
I mean,
bar.
Why not? What about in your own bathroom?
Living room, yeah.
I mean, I remember like
the picture that they showed on the one that I liked is a kid laying in his bed, holding it up to the roof, and watching like the galaxy and some shit. You know.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's real cool.
Like if you just set someone up, like somewhere stationary, like in a room or something, and just have it projecting an image at all times.
Yes.
Like on a wall, that's pretty cool. But video quality, I'm like, it's a projector. Yeah.
Yeah, even like the newer projectors out, they have like HD projectors, and I'm like, no.
Apparently, there's a Friday.
And the only time I've ever liked a projector is like years ago. I went to New York, and I went to this dude Frankie's house.
And he had the one
This dude is
with the green, red, and
he's in that band Amir, and so he was like, "Yo, you want to play Street Fighter?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, sure." And we went like into this like game room and Street Fighter like projector, and he had like the big lap D pads. Like, dude,
that's cool.
That's the only time I've ever been like projectors are cool. Is like this because it was like sitting, but like whole arcade style, like everything on your lap and like a big ass screen. And I'm like,
the only home projectors I remember like from like the 90s where it would sit in the middle of the living room, like built into a couch or something, and it had 3 light bulbs. I think they were red, green, and yellow, I think.
Yep.
And that was it. And it projected a shitty image on the wall. It was horrible. You could see right through it.
Do you remember those like Mitsubishi projection TVs? They had like, it was like a projector, it like projected the screen this way onto the TV. They were weird. This guy that when I was younger, I lived in Sarasota. This guy that lived across the street from me, he had one, and he was fucking crazy because he was like, "I have the best movie idea ever, but don't ever tell anybody this." And I'm like, "What?" And he was like a writer, so of course he was like super weird. And his movie was about like everything, like all the animals and everything like being bigger. And like I was like, "Yo, there's a place like that, isn't there?" And he's like, "No. This has never even been thought of." I was like, "No, I'm pretty sure I read this in a book somewhere. Like, there's another place, like, where all the animals and flowers and everything is, like, larger than us." You know what I mean? I'm like, it kind of sounds like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And then it also sounds like a book I read, too, about a guy who says that there's a whole nother place like this. And he was like, "Nah, this would be the best movie ever. Insects way bigger than us." So I was like, they're just flying around killing people? And he was like, "No. We would be amazed by it." And I was like, "What?"
We wouldn't be amazed by it.
I was like, "No, that doesn't sound like a good movie whatsoever."
I'm pretty sure we went outside and there was giant house flies outside. We'd be fucking terrified.
I'm not going outside.
No, everything can kill you. Everything.
Imagine a mosquito.
Imagine a fucking baby mosquito from it.
Yeah.
Well, the noise it makes was awesome.
Yeah, I like speaking, we're going to have to talk about that movie again. So listen, the characters in that movie, whenever like she like goes up to like her dad's house, and then like the old lady, she's like talking, and you can just see the old lady just gets sucked across the room. I'm like, "Oh man, did you see that?" And she comes back and she's just like all sweaty. She's like, "Oh, it's kind of hot in here." And the girl's like, "No, it's not. Like, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go."
All the monsters in that movie. I really liked the lumberjack monster. That was a good one.
That scene was like really cool.
Yeah, it was the better of all the experiences that you see them have with it.
Yeah.
Like that's like the only one I really remember. That one with the lumberjack, and then the one with the bathroom.
No, I don't think it was a lumberjack because like it was, but he had a
hook, like a fish hook. Yeah, probably the shoreman or whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, shoreman. Whatever. He was dressed like a lumberjack, which is fucking weird.
Yeah, their version of the lumberjack bullshit. But that's like the only good flashback I remember.
Yeah,
that movie was good though.
Of course,
enjoyable.
I think for Halloween I'm probably gonna be Georgie.
Yeah, yellow fucking raincoat
with one arm ripped off.
Nice, bro. Speaking of that, I saw a really good Halloween costume a couple years back. This girl was wearing a pink bonnet, a nice pink dress, and the whole right side of her body had a blood splatter. And I looked at her, I'm like, "Miss Kennedy, oh my God, you bitch!" She's wearing the outfit that Kennedy's wife is wearing, and like remember she's sitting next to him when he gets shot. That's the outfit she was wearing, all pink. So with a big blood splatter just on the right side. I'm like, bro, that's the smartest. That made my Halloween that year. Yeah.
One year, my buddy Kyle, he didn't like our buddy Corey's girlfriend. So they had a Halloween party.
He dressed up as
he showed up and like was her for Halloween, but had like he wore a dress and just put like blood running all like down his legs and shit. It was like really funny. Yeah, and I think like the joke behind that was like I guess she had like a miscarriage maybe. I don't know.
Man, I was hoping
Or,
there'd be something like
Or she had like there was like maybe a period joke. I'm not really sure.
I was thinking maybe it was she got like at the club where she fucking
I just know
bloodied
like,
her
I
shit.
showed up and I looked at him and I was like, Kyle, who you supposed to be? He's like, guess. And I was like, oh my God. He's like, don't worry, they're all mad about it.
They're all mad about it.
Yeah. But mind you, like this dude, he like literally doesn't care about anything.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Like when we were kids, he was like, when I grew up, I'm gonna be an outlaw. And guess what?
He's an outlaw.
Yep. Man loves life. He just drinks beer all day and just being a
Bro, when I lived in a trailer park, man, I saw people who like live life like that, and like I couldn't believe it, bro. Like I was with my ex at the time, and someone was like, "How long y'all been together?" We're like, "Oh, like 4 years." And like, y'all don't have kids yet? You know they give you a paycheck for that, right?
Yeah.
Selling their food stamps.
Dude, trailer park life is something else.
It's horrible.
I thought like if I ever won the lottery, I would buy a trailer park.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Rent's always late. No. They're always breaking shit that you gotta pay for.
Nah, man, rent ain't gonna be late because I know when they would get their Social Security checks. You know, I'd make sure I'd be in good with the mail lady. You know, be like, hey, just put the checks in this box. They'll have to come get them.
That's horrible.
Or I just control the key to the mailbox.
Everybody smokes spice.
Oh.
Oh.
Are they still doing that?
Hell yeah.
That shit's crazy. That's not even
Dude, one kid from the trailer park wanted me to adopt him.
Dude, I think it's crazy that people do drugs that aren't even drugs.
Yeah. Bathtub drugs and shit.
Like I knew a guy who invented Scooby snacks, like one of the K2 strains. Dude, they made a fuck ton of money, like a whole bunch of money. And then like when the shit became illegal, like his whole company, they fucking came in and they took everything he bought with his company. But it was a legal company. But once it became illegal, they were like, and they came and fucking seized all of his shit.
I mean, a lot of that stuff was legal to sell for a while because of its
they didn't
molecule. It's a chemical compound, like the chemicals in it. I don't want to say chemicals, but the properties in it, like, were not illegal. These certain strains of chemical, or
and of course,
molecules. There we go. And when they would make it, the good companies, when they would make that shit illegal, they just change the molecule and put it right back on.
And they would put it on there, not for human consumption. Yep. You know what I mean? Do not inhale, do not smoke. So like, if they're putting it on there telling you not to do it, and you're doing something they're telling you not to, they're not held reliable for it. But then it just got to the point where people are just fucking losing their minds.
Oh, bro! Like in high school, when I first heard about like the
synthetic
weed. When I first heard about the synthetic weed when I was like in high school, like a ninth grade, like a freshman. I
was like, what?
Bro, I was like, what? And I'm like, well, maybe I understand if you're on probation, whatever. Then I like started learning what the fuck it does, and then it turned into people buying bath bombs that were like wannabe ecstasy, or bath salts that looked like Coke, but they sold them in the gas station.
There used to be these pills that you could buy called nightlights, and like those things,
they're like speed pills,
dude. It was literally like taking like rolls. It was crazy.
Yeah, and they sold that shit.
People were taking them. That's just like, well, before all that shit, salvia. It all goes all the way back.
I smoked salvia once.
Everybody smoked salvia once.
I smoked salvia once.
I did it one time and never again.
Yeah.
I was inside my TV. And then I just remember like laughing. And then like I stopped and I looked and everybody was just staring at me. And I was like, what, dude? And they're like, are you okay? And I was like, are you okay? And like nothing ever happened. You know what I mean? I was like, this is fucking weird.
I did it in a car with a sunroof in the front seat. And like it was raining. It was just, everything just looked crazy. And I was like, well, I'm tripping, yeah, but I got a headache now. I know I'm going to have a really bad headache later. But this isn't good.
No.
It's like DMT's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no headache, no after effects. It's pretty good for your brain.
There's a meme going around of like it says when you watch Joe Rogan one time and it's this dude at a festival going, DMT is just like the best. And when you like break through, I sat there with beans and saw the entity that created life, which is a dragon's head floating inside an orb. And he's like, oh, you like Joe Rogan, right? And he's like, oh yeah, I really do like Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I mean, he's a smart dude.
I mean, he has a good memory. He talks to a lot of smart people and really listens to what they're saying.
But I also like that how like he'll say something and then be like, yeah, but here's the thing. Just like when I watched the episode, the reason why we were talking with Neil deGrasse Tyson, where fucking they're talking about all the shit on fucking.
Oh yeah, the new interview, the human waste on Mount Everest.
Yeah, like okay, like like just like always, if there is a problem, there's a solution to it. You know what I mean? Just like I was saying, I was like, man, with all that money that people are paying to fucking go up there, they can hire a team of people to go up there and clean that shit off.
I mean, I think it's too dangerous, like imagine climbing Everest once a month.
Yeah, but there's got to be some kind of trash chute or something.
I mean, it's poop, bro. There's special bags that they make.
No, not mainly just that, but like trash and shit like that too. It's not just the shit, but it's like, you know what I mean? Because it's too cold for shit to disintegrate. It just stays there. I
mean, that's why you get like if you look up, Everest climb like checkbooks or like requirements. There's a lot of things. It's a whole kit. Like the best kit to like climb Everest is really pertaining about waste management. Like nothing goes to waste. You don't leave anything there. Whatever is sort of like
you have to take everything with you.
Yeah, so that's why you got to be fit to do that shit, man. A lot of people die climbing Everest because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Dude, if you look at Everest right now, it just glows at night. Like people just stand.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, there's a line.
Fucking selfie. Like,
yeah, a bunch of people died waiting in line to get to the top of Everest. That's how many people try to fucking climb it. And the reason being is that there's only certain days where you like when you're climbing Mount Everest, you do it in stages.
Yeah, because it takes months. It takes like 3
so when
months,
you're at the base of the peak of the mountain, you have to wait until weather is perfect for you to even make that climb, and that can take forever. So once they got that good day, there were so many people waiting, they all tried to go.
Yeah, and also it costs so much money too.
Oh yeah,
and people use their whole life savings just to go there, and like you can see them like whenever they like interview them, they're all like fucking dude. They're like windburnt. Some of them even have frostbite. Like
a lot of people before they climb Everest, they practice with Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
And with Everest and Machu Picchu, you hire Sherpas, and bro, you'll start your journey with the Sherpas, and they'll be like, follow this path, and that's it. They fucking disappear way ahead of you.
Yeah.
And by the time you make it to the camp for the first night or whatever, they've set up tents, they've cooked food, and like those are the MVPs.
Yeah, those people are fucking crazy.
And like they actually bring their waste back though. Like that's the thing. Like all the waste that's on Mount Everest is from people. Like there's bodies, they leave the bodies up there.
Yeah, they can't move them because it's too cold to move up and down. Like,
that's the excuse though with people. They're like, oh, if we can't bring back the bodies, I can't bring back my shit. And I'm like, yeah, you could.
Yeah, put it in a bag.
Yeah, you can bag it up. It's gonna freeze. It's not gonna smell. Just bring that shit back. Yeah, that's it. Hang it on the back of your bag.
That's crazy. Like you just want to leave your shit somewhere.
Well, a lot of shit gets ruined.
I feel like I probably would. Well, it takes months to do it, so you're definitely gonna have to take a shit sometime.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it takes like.
How long does it take to climb Mount Everest?
Oh God, get up,
According to Outdoorsman Lab, climbing Mount Everest mostly takes around 2 months. In late March, climbers begin their expedition at the mountain base. The most famous base camp on the south side is approximately 5,300 meters and is covered by ice, which is the first hurdle climbers face.
So they have to climb ice first.
Who?
They have to hike through ice.
Oh, they have to climb vertical walls and shit like that. Like,
yeah, dude, it gets fucking crazy.
That's what I don't want to do.
This is not for the weak-hearted. I definitely.
But you know who's been to the top of Everest though? Stephen Hawking.
Really?
Well, he was helicoptered in, but yeah, he's been there.
Dang, that's not fair. I mean, it is.
Oh, and apparently it's come out that he was a avid fan of strip clubs. And all these pictures that come up of him at strip clubs with all these strippers around him, like in his chair, like half smiling, and like, yeah.
That's gross.
I think it's awesome.
I mean,
Yeah, your body doesn't work anymore, but you still appreciate, naked women who want to dance on you.
yeah, I
Come
guess. I mean,
Come on.
get your buddy.
And plus, like towards the end of his life, like people started poking holes in this black hole theory. A little embarrassment. Like, fuck this, I'm just gonna blow my wad on strippers.
Yeah, I mean, he said a bunch of bullshit.
Not a bunch of bullshit. He was smart about a lot of shit, but his black hole theory is like, yeah, there's some holes in it. Yeah.
I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson's, he's an astrophysicist.
Well, his first fucking first book, like Astrophysics for People in a Hurry,
Mhm.
like that does a really good explanation of a lot of the stuff that happens in the cosmos. Like he's smart. He explains it in a good way.
And he's just a nice guy.
He has a Tesla now, but apparently, you saw the new interview with him?
Yes.
Bro, $600 a month for a parking space in Manhattan.
That's insane.
I mean,
I also like his idea about how, like, instead of having all these charging stations, you should be able to pull up to, like, what would be
switch batteries.
a gas station, like, switch a battery and, like, take a battery out. He's like, it'd be like the same thing. He's like, how long does it take you to get some gas? He's like, you know what I mean? How long do you sit at the pump?
I like the Porsche's new electric car, and supposedly you get to charge 80% of it in 20 minutes.
Yeah, but they also don't know about the
heating.
Yeah, the heating of the batteries, and like that's the problem with you take a battery and you charge it really fast like that. It's probably gonna get hot.
If it explodes or something.
It could explode. It could melt.
Yeah, that's instant death.
Of course.
Ugh.
I mean, you trying to die in a Porsche, like fucking all because you want an electric car. You get an electric car, you get Tesla.
But even then, like there's Tesla accidents that you see that if they manage to get into an accident and hit something hard enough and rupture the batteries, it's an explosion. A super white hot heat explosion. Sometimes it has the explosion and it burns like thermite.
Yeah, you can't put them out.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Like there was a video of one crashing into a tow truck.
They're made to do that though.
That's horrible.
They're made to like disintegrate.
Ugh.
Like that's the whole like, but you'll get another one.
You're dead.
I mean, I don't know if you're gonna die.
I mean, I like gas cars. Teslas are a cool idea. Maybe in the future, if they're affordable, I might try to get one. But I like gas cars. I don't believe we're gonna have an oil shortage anytime soon.
It could be more of a hassle trying to charge your car.
Exactly. If they make it like instant, where it's you plug in for 5 minutes.
How do they not have like solar panels to where like this like
the sun doesn't generate enough energy to fucking do that shit like that.
But at least charge it some.
I guess. I mean, someone told me that the reason why some electric cars, I think the Prius was the first one that when they would use the brakes, they would use that friction to charge the battery.
Yeah.
And like that generates more energy than any solar panel could. Just braking.
Huh. That makes sense.
And plus it comes down to battery capacity.
True.
Yeah. And if you have a certain type of capacity and the energy source only creates a certain amount of voltage, you can't use it. Solar power doesn't create enough voltage for this type of battery or something like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be enough to even like affect it because of how many batteries there are. Like you can't even pick up a Tesla with a record, like the one like the ones that like pick them up. You know what I mean? They can't.
Oh, they're super heavy.
They weigh more than a Maybach.
Yeah, and it's all centered in the bottom of the car.
Yeah, so like you can't flip them either.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That's I guess a safety for them. Also, like the leather seats, it's made out of a soybean.
Well, yeah, their model that you can get white. It's some option.
Yeah, and you can't stain that.
Yeah, you cannot stain it.
because I even asked the guy, I was like, what about like getting this thing? He's like, never changes color. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's made out of soybean. I was like, what? They make a soybean leather? I mean, okay, sure, why not?
I mean, I don't know. That's gonna be the future. They'll electric cars straight up. Like,
Eventually, at some point, they're gonna get tired of like this whole oil thing and like do something about
or
it.
they're just gonna be, wanting to use that oil for energy instead of like gas refinery.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Well, I feel like they should focus more on creating more energy.
I mean, yeah, but there's pros and cons with any new source of green energy you want to do.
Well, just like they said, and I seen this power plant that like it's like turbines on the outside they're like tide, like they go up and down like with the tide, like the waves.
Yeah, because the tide creates a lot of energy.
And it creates energy.
It just pushes the turbines back and forth because they can conduct energy spinning either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's hydrogen plants where they just take they filter water through a system where they pull out the hydrogen from the water,
mm-hmm.
and they ignite the hydrogen, which powers the turbines where it creates energy.
Yeah, this dude I used to work with, he took his old Mustang and put a hydrogen box in it and like saved him gas, like it like ran off hydrogen.
Huh.
Anything with like a carburetor, you can make it like run off hydrogen.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. Like if you have the problem. There's guys who on YouTube that have a hydrogen filter, like a hydrogen water separator, like
mm-hmm.
built into a desk, and it powers a torch.
Yeah,
and it burns super high. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it is. Yeah, hydrogen torches, but they don't have to buy gas. It's all water.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they melt shit with it. There was a channel I was watching that all he did was melt shit. With a hydrogen torch. Like every week, fucking different videos of him melting something. Like coins or metal things.
Spray water out.
What? No, it's what it is. It's a filter that takes water.
Yeah.
And separates hydrogen, because in water, one of the molecules is hydrogen.
Yes.
So it separates the hydrogen molecule and makes it into a gas.
Okay.
And that gas is what powers the torch.
That makes sense now.
And he would melt. He made a video to prove a point that he melted sand into glass.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So he has crazy videos. I'm trying to remember the name of it. You can probably find it if you just look up fucking hydrogen torch melting shit.
Hydrogen torch melting shit.
Oh, that's what it was. Red hot ball.
Red hot ball.
Yeah, red hot ball. Because he went viral with these videos of like he take a solid like iron ball and heat it until it was red hot and drop it like on a giant ice block or drop it on a piece of wood or whatever, just different things, styrofoam. He did popcorn. He did a bunch of shit. He dropped it on a CD player. Plastic things like Alexa, shit like that, and burns right through it. And then he has other videos of him melting shit.
That's cool.
Bro, there's you ever seen hydraulic press like YouTubes?
Mm-mm.
Those fucking YouTubes of people who own like a 10-ton press, like things used to make bearings for like fucking tractors and shit.
Yeah.
And they just take their big ass press, with a disc like this big and put different objects in it.
And squish it.
And squish it.
I mean, I'd probably do that too.
Bro,
I had one of those things. It's probably just real satisfying to watch.
There's a dude who makes a living off of that shit. And he's
awesome.
He has like a weird accent. Everybody likes him. Like the X-Men paid him a bunch of money to make a video of him playing with antimantium. Yeah.
I mean, that's cool.
He squished batteries, like different types of batteries.
Yeah.
Batteries, some of them exploded. It was pretty cool. Like I like his videos too. And then there's some other channel I watch where the guys have a fucking, I think it was like a 60-foot tower, like a 6-story building, but it's just a tower over a big sand pit, and they throw different like heavy objects off the top of it and try to like hit things with it. So they have like the giant Atlas balls are like from like 30 pounds to 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
They have a giant metal dart that weighs a couple hundred pounds with a sharp point, and they fucking just let it go and it'll come down on top of like. They've done coolers, they've done TVs, concrete blocks, fucking
just destroying
shit. The other day they sprayed a fucking trampoline with rhino lining with Linex, the whole trampoline, and sprayed a bunch of like different objects and shit, and like testing them by dropping a fucking 200-pound Atlas ball. Bro, they dropped it like they showed a clip of them stacking 3 5-gallon coolers, like the Gatorade coolers, and it getting destroyed by one of the Atlas balls. All 3 of them just exploding. They put one that they sprayed with Linex, bro, and it cracked it. They didn't even destroy it; just cracked it.
Damn,
and they just dropped dumb shit in there, like water ballons, watermelons.
I mean, sounds awesome.
And then they did the trampoline. They broke the trampoline with the 30-pound Atlas ball. They dropped the 30-pound, like the 100. They dropped the 200-pound. They didn't break it. What broke was the springs.
Oh yeah,
on the side, bro. It was crazy. Like I watch all those stupid ass fucking YouTube.
Nothing even bounces. Just
no, things bounced. Like things were like the 200-pound Atlas ball hit that fucking thing and came back up. And then when the mat came back up, it just all the springs popped out.
Wow.
Like Linex is indestructible in certain scenarios.
That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know if it would still have that flex to it, like or just the springs. I didn't know if they would it would just be so heavy it would just push the springs down and it just stop.
It totally had flex. You gotta look at the video. It's great.
I'll look it up.
I love dumb shit like that. Slow-mo videos.
You can Google it. It's on the YouTube.
Yeah. What's the name of that one YouTube? Something Ranch. This guy just shoots different objects with like a 50 cal.
See?
He's pulled off amazing shots. That dude's fucking. I think he did he wedged a bullet in between 2 pieces of metal. Like he shot through a fucking some sort of like hole or whatever perfectly. He's pulled off amazing shot. Oh, he split a bullet on a blade from 50 yards or some shit.
How do you do that?
You shoot like they set up like a blade and he shot the shot, and when he just nailed it perfectly in the middle of the blade, so the bullet split. Oh, it's crazy shit on YouTube.
Of course.
And then you can watch cats playing the piano.
Everything's on YouTube. Anything that you can think of, it's on YouTube. If you want to learn how to do it, it's on YouTube.
Except for how to install an AC blower fan on a 96 Jeep Cherokee Loretto. No one's made a video of that yet.
Really?
Yep. I'll be the first.
Okay.
Eventually.
You're going to put one in your car?
I got to do the fucking air conditioning soon. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's about to...
It's about to get cooler. For a couple of days. It happens.
I can feel the coolness in the air already.
Someone Bud Bucks asked us, like, would you guys support nuclear energy? Yeah, I like nuclear energy. It's good.
Of course I support nuclear. I support any kind of energy.
It's safe.
Except negative energy. That's the only energy I don't support. I don't do that. Oh my gosh. Well.
Next Saturday, we're going to have some nice guests.
Yes.
I believe we're going to have rabbits. He said yes to me already.
Cool.
But we'll see what's on the list, everybody. Thank you for putting in. A lot of people just stay here for the whole hour. Appreciate you guys.
Yes. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Tell people how terrible it is. Give us suggestions in the comments.
And get the notification bell.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one. We never say that one.
Oh, yeah.
Notification bell.
Make sure you get that on there because you want to know when we do the lives.
I'm Metal Damien.
I'm Holiday Birds.
Cocky.